Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Winter 1v1 tournament. We did have some issues, so we are starting a little late. But the first game I will be casting today is between. Obviously, I'll actually introduce the players later. Let them have some time to start up their build orders. But yeah, we are finally starting. Apologies on the pretty late start, half an hour after we were supposed to. Okay. Now introducing the first player in the southwest of Venus Forge, we have Jaywix spawning in as the orange UEF commander, going one land and looking like he's going to react to what his opponent is doing across the center of the map. We have Ixin spawning in as the white Siren commander, going for a double land opener. So no air. Hopefully Jaywix will probably scout, and we'll see him throw some land factories down. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. Jaywix is playing flying over, revealing his aircraft, and revealing Ixin's 2 land factories to him. See how he responds. Yes, responds land. Ixin seeming like he wants to take control of the center of the map, and expanding aggressively into the left. Looking to saturate his expansions early, throwing down AA. Not a bad choice. Not expanding up north, keeping himself pretty consolidated as his opponent does have air. Bombers coming out now for Jaywix. I don't know. Not a single bomber isn't going to do much, just tickling this loyalist over here. I'd like to see a little bit of pushing in here. Probably could do some damage. There's only 2 tanks in his ACU here, and loyalists can easily outrun that, so it would be nice to see some pressure being applied to Jaywix here. Adapters coming out for Ixin. It's Honduras. Alpha. Expansion being saturated up here in the top left. Bombers slowly increasing in numbers here for Jaywix, going a second land. I didn't see that. Actually, I'm gonna pause that. Okay. I'm just hoping all the other games are going well while I'm focused on this. Ixin pushing up a little bit. Finally going to start applying some pressure onto Jaywix here. I think it is a little late. Could have done it earlier when Jaywix was low on units, but of course Ixin didn't know the factor came up late, so can't blame him for that. Good thing here to be applying pressure. Jaywix flanking with his bombers out and back. Have an engagement here. ACU not in front of the units, so they're taking all the damage. Jaywix now absorbing all the damage. It's calm. Units are sitting back. I'd like to see a quick repair on this tank. Oil is on a fraction of health. It's on life support, and there it goes down. He is going to get this mass extractor, but Jaywix starts repairing it, so I don't think he is now. Now focusing on the units. How the bomber's doing it back. Yep, find out that Ixin did not expand up here. Smart move from him. Knowing your opponent has air. Actually a pretty equal engage here. He does get the mass extractor, it does go down. Both commanders into the yellow. Pretty much on equal terms in units. I'd like to see these bombers brought back, and Ixin does pull away. Nice pick on the mechs. It does get rebuilt. And in the middle of all of that, Ixin has been able to saturate his top left expansion. Jaywix still not expanded. He is expanding to the right now. So about to be on equal terms. Applying some pressure with some bombing runs. I'd like to see just some quick AA thrown on one of these facts. Yep, there you go. Speak of the devil. Okay. Jaywix now saturating his bottom right expansion. A little behind on expansions. He does have these 4. But I think Ixin did get this up before he had these. So Ixin is a little bit ahead in the mass game right now. Catching up production-wise as well now, throwing down his 3rd factory. Looks like we've fallen into a quick stalemate here for a second. Jaywix going for research. NG goes down on the top. That's rough. Good pick there. And doesn't even lose a single plane. If this expansion coming up now, that's good for Jaywix. Okay. Sorry if I pause every once in a while. I'm having to do multiple things at once. Another engineer gonna go down. That is pretty rough. I think, did he just build that? Yes. Yes, he did. It just came out of this factory. Nice bombing run on that mass extractor, but you're not going to get it. And there's AA there. Serving as more of a deterrent than anything. This is enough bombers, I think. Yeah, it is still alive! Like 50 health. Oh. He is going to go for another pass to finish it off, but that's rough. Losing an extra plane. Ouch. Yeah, might lose an extra plane here. Nope, doesn't look like it. He's fine. The damage was more spread evenly among the planes. You see multiple of them on the yellow, but none of them are dead. Land factory coming up to cover this eastward expansion here for Jaywix. Another res going down for Ixin. I would like to see this max extractor rebuilt. Oh no, this engineer's stuck. Looks like he wants to rebuild it. He's stuck on the energy generator. That's sad. I hope he notices that. Another scout flying across it will get shot down, I think. Yeah, it's going to get shot down. That's enough adapters there. There's only 2. More res. Jaywix going heavy into res here. Want to see what he's planning. Small flank coming out over here. Bomber's going to intercept, though. Adapters are covering this. And it stopped moving. Okay, there we go. It's moving down again. This engineer actually finally got it over. He finally got an engineer back over to this expansion. Looks like he brought some adapters to cover it. Jaywix looks like he's got... Oh, okay, we do have mech guns. Mech guns have been researched, covering this this eastward expansion for Jaywix. Good play from Ixin here. Just to go megas to counter the mech guns. Mech guns can't really do much when the mega's shooting them out of range, so would be nice to see here. Ixin does have map control at the moment. Sitting in mid, has half of the mass extractors. Ouch, these adapters just being way too weak. It looks like bombing the wrong target hits the adapter, not the engineer, and losing a decent amount of planes there for that. There is 2 AA here now, and this factory is probably about to have AA on it as well. Going for 5 research. Really interested in what's going on. That is not going to be good. That is a lot of PD here. What did we research? Can't tell. I wish I had the things. Going Cobras. Not a bad move, since he does have AA. I would like to see Megalith, though. I think that might be a better play. But again, Cobra's not bad for dealing with PDs, unless there is, unless there's shields here, then it might be pretty bad. But there's no shields as of now. Assuming once he does see the Cobras, pushing in with 1 Cobra isn't going to do much. You probably want to wait until you have some more. Isn't that just 1 Cobra? Yeah, there's only 1 here. It's getting prodded by the point defense on these research stations. Bomber sitting back, not wanting to fly over the ball of adapters here now. It is starting to increase in numbers. Lots of energy going down for Jaywix here, and Ixin at the same time. Yep, exactly. Shields. These Cobras are going to be basically worthless now at this point. Not going to be able to stop this. You push into this, you're going to lose. This is like, what, 6 PDs? Well, 7, including the Mass Extractor plus his land army. Plus these shields as well. So. Yeah, alpha. I think a lot of people might be playing their games. At least I'd hope. I assume that you're watching. PD's just picking off units one by one here. Adapter's not enough to thwart the PD's jump jets here. Unit dead, I'm gonna guess. Not responding. Late response, you might catch some. Nope. PD's shredding those units. Walked into a grinder. Basically like the UEF Magnetron right there. Gonna try and push in here, but it's not gonna work. Unless you get a good unit deado. Fat Boys, I'm guessing, coming out of here. I would assume that Ixin has unit deado, but he's not pushing into the land army. He's just sitting out of range. I don't understand why you would jet into the army without unit deado like that. Jumping back, not bad play. Especially since getting shredded does manage to pick off a single research station. Not enough damage, though, I don't think, for how many units just lost there. 2 gantries coming up for Jaywix here. Although Ixin does have jets, so if he does go Fat Boys, jets are not bad against it. Ixin throwing down a bunch of land factories here. Big lot of energy, too. This air is not doing anything. Still building it, though. I say that, and it starts moving. Like he's listening to me. Sizable force here could come around the side, flank. It looks like Ixin has actually expanded in the top north now, so these bombers will be able to find some value. No AA up here to deter them either. All the adapters are here. And we are going Fat Boys? Yes, we are going Fat Boys. Bomber's about to see some nice, juicy mass extractor victims over here. Gonna turn them into big wrecks. Pick off the engineer first, though. Yes, yes, good to see. That was overkill, that poor thing. Oh my god. Oh, the Fat Boys revealed. Lots of shields going down here. Lots of shields. Yeah, these bombers are gonna put in some work up here. Jaywix now ahead on the economy. Ixin not picking up these 3 mexes and is about to lose these 3 and maybe possibly 4 up here. Maybe this one as well. Jaywix was behind on the expansion but is going to get ahead in the eco late game. Pushing into this is not a good move, I don't think. I'd probably go around. Unit deado? Where is it? Come on. There we go. Not a bad unit deado, but you're going to get shredded by the PDs here. There's 5 research stations still. And the Fat Boy. And I think that might be game. Especially with the bombers up here harassing the north. Now, this whole army over here on the right, this whole army over here in the middle. I think this is it, but it's not over until the Fat Lady sings. Ixin running over here to build some more land factories. Don't think it's going to be enough. Bombers now going for core mexes. That one, or factories, but they do have shields. Jaywix just bombarding Ixin's forward base right now. Now without the threat of the PDs, Ixin can actually push into this. Having this much production, he's able to build up his army back up pretty quickly. Losing factories up here in his main base, not good. Not something you want to see. About to lose another one, too. Excuse me for a sec. Yeah. 2 Fat Boys, 3 Fat Boys out now. This is gonna fall pretty quickly. Shields on the factories, though. So, we'll be able to absorb a little bit of damage, but they won't be able to hold up for long. This factory does not actually go down. Engineer repairing it. Nice move. Yep, factories are slowly falling, and this will slowly be pushed back until eventually it is no more. Ixin's still throwing up factories, though. Jaywix doing a little dance in the bottom left. Always nice to see. Although he's not actually reclaiming anything, it's probably not nice for him to see. Bomber's still harassing top. They get another engineer. What is that, like 4 engineers that have been bombed now? That's rough. And this is slowly getting pushed back. Ixin's got to do something here. Pull something out of his ass. Can't just sit back and let your base get demolished like this. Although I don't know if there's much he can do at this point in the game. That boy is just slowly shredding the units. Unfair? What do you mean unfair? Jaywix is camo. Not even the same color. It's like a deep musty red. Ish orange, more orange. I see, I understand that. Shields on the land units now. Are we jetting to try and snipe? It looks like we're trying to snipe. Might work, but there's a lot of PDs here, and Jaywix does have hunker. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Getting hit by demos like that is just, yeah. Jaywix survives. All units gone. The GGs are thrown out. And game over. Round 1 goes to Jaywix. I'll be back with round 2. And we're back with round 2. Jaywix 1 up at the moment. Hold on, I need to enter something. Oh, hey, Alpha.
Did you start?
Yeah, just started.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Okay. Spawning in on the eastern side of Powderhorn Mesa, we have Jaywix as the orange at UEFACU, going 1 air, and again, waiting on eco. Ixin over here on the left side, spawning in as the white Siren ACU, countering with 1 air as well. So mirror matchup. Jaywix expanding quick. But same thing with Ixin. Ixin going 1 land. Jaywix does see the plane. He did go for a first bomber, so that's pretty unlucky. It looks like we did just get a player back, so that's pretty nice. Jaywix doubling down on the air. That's interesting. Looks like he's rushing this northern expansion here. But doubling down on the air, I don't know if that's a good move. Ixin does see it. This needs to be punished as quick as possible. Not, dude, finish your radar, please. No. Okay, thank you, there you go. Finishing the radar. Jaywix scouting. 3 versus 3. You need to bring these 2 planes up. You're not gonna win that. Not... Oh, come on. Okay, losing 2 planes after just going double air without any kills is not... It's not preferable? Although Jaywix is still up on numbers, of course he is UEF and playing 2 air. That is bound to happen. Idle NG here in the top, in the north. Loyalist coming over here to to enact some pain and punishment on this NG. They better run away. These wasps aren't going to be able to do much. They can just fly over and look. Gonna scare him though, makes him back up. Ixin here, I'd probably stop air and just go like straight up into... Straight up into that. Hold on. Jeez. Bomber's now coming out. Ixin still has planes though, so if he does build these for too long, it doesn't look like he is though. Back into wasps already. Good play there. fix that. PD going down up here in the north for Jaywix. Planes flying overhead. This mass extractor probably will go down. Yes, it will. TML on this land factory. Good move. The commanders are going to meet here in middle. Jaywix just try and capture that factory? Wow, okay. Jaywix getting caught out here alone with no support. Gonna back up into his PD though. Ixin putting down a PD in his, on the factories of his own. This is actually a pretty interesting game. Yes, Alpha, you can help cast if there's a game 3. If. Why don't you cast this one? You're literally in voice chat already. It's because you're not. I could stream it to you, I guess. TML's now coming out in response for Jaywix. 2-1 here. Ixin is repairing the PD. Intel add-on, not a bad move. Lets him see like all of this. Now Ixin's TML is targeting Jaywix's ACU, which is not what you want. These could just, I don't know. He could probably just chase down his air now. Ixin has stopped his air finally. Good move. You're not going to win against 2. Especially UEF and somebody who is competent playing air. Jaywix doesn't know this though and is still pumping out wasps. Stopped his air production though. So both players stopping air and going fully into land now. This is looking to be pretty interesting. Cobra's coming out now for Ixin. ACU's getting TML'd. Jaywix also having the economic advantage here on Ixin, having an idle NG in the back, not doing anything. Not what you want to see. Bunch of MMLs coming out here for Jaywix, but no fighting force. He does have 2 PDs to fall back on. This PD does go down here for Ixin. Losing units to MMLs is not what you want to see. You want to keep these things moving. That is a lot of mobile missile launchers and TMLs hitting this factory. Ixin is repairing it though, pushing into the PDs. Although you want to take out those MMLs. This is something you want to get rid of. Bombers coming in. Do we have AA on these factories? We do. We do have AA here. This factory has every single add-on. There's one beefy factory, and he's about to lose it. That is a lot of mass down the drain if you lose this. The MML's targeting the ACU now. You need to kill this. Yes, that is a lot of mass lost in that factory. A lot of mass invested there. That's probably a factory worth almost 300, 400 mass, which is not what you want to lose. Not what you want to lose at all. Factory is also going down for Jaywix as well, though. Both commanders losing factories. Ixin in the yellow mainly because of the MMLs is not preferable. Engineer is now expanding back and bottom left. Same thing with Jaywix here, throwing down some energy. Is he going to get hit by more MMLs? Bombers coming out here now. Fighters not doing anything in response. There's no wasps covering this area. They're all the way back here. Actually, that's not that close. They are pretty close. Never mind. Although he did... Oh, he's back in producing. Producing Eagle Eye bombers now. Bombers harassing the commander of Ixin here. Pretty low into the yellow. Don't know if he's going to get out of this. Jaywix now saturating his expansion completely. No threat of these 2 Cybern factories here that were here before. MMLs now being annoying and taking out expansions. Not nice at all. Plane's looking for something here. Ixin is hiding his air in the bottom left. Goes to the Mr. What do you mean? I'm not doing that. Hell no. I'm not doing that. Alpha, I don't think there's going to be a... there might. It's not over yet. It's basically over, actually. Technically, it's not over yet. Okay. Bombers taking out this western expansion here. Ixin having nothing to do in response. These adapters are pretty far behind this engineer. This could easily get picked off. Trying to get his southern expansion in response to Jaywix saturating his north. Research station's going down here. Expanding very aggressively, I like to see that. Anti-air tower going down here in the south. Planes vying for an opportunity here. Not getting it. We have air cover and adapters and AA. 2 res for Ixin at his base. AA is down. Jaywix now sees that. A lot of adapters and air here. I don't think it's going to be enough though, honestly. All these planes are going to go down. Yep, bombers hitting the adapters. Not the target you want to hit. You want to hit the engineer. Still, it's hard to tell which is which if you're just looking on radar. Going for the AA tower. Does go down. Yep, engineer is going to go down now. That expansion is thwarted. All the planes down for Ixin. He does stop air production. I think. Yep, he did. Planes sticking over the adapters, I don't think that's a great idea. Could just pull back now. There's no resources here to really kill. I mean, if you want to stick over the adapters, go ahead. Gantry coming out for Ixin. Don't know. Couldn't tell you what Jaywix is rezzing. Okay, there's your answer. Looks like we're gonna have Fat Boys coming out here. Still expansions going down here on the west side for Ixin. Ixin is going to get his megalith before Jaywix here. Both commanders are assisting the gantry, just Ixin has the NG on it and had his gantry up before. Although losing his entire expansion, he's down to just his core mexes. All factories stopped. Looks like he's putting all of his resources into this megalith. Can't even produce the mega. This is rough. Jaywix still holding onto his northern expansion. Look at the map control. Having the entire northern side of the map, you see it on the mini-map, it's all orange. Fatboy now coming out in response to the mega. Shield's now coming up. This is rough. This is rough. Ixin's gonna push into this and it's not gonna like it. Maybe have a chance here if the shield wasn't down, but with that shield down, I think it's gonna make the difference for Jaywix here. Fatboy whiffing shots way over to the left. Still whiffing shots. So easy to dodge. Now is hitting a few. Demos would be nice to see here, but I don't see any. Push the edge of the shield and just lob shots at him, I think. Shield does go down, eventually to the megalith. Fatboy just bombarding these Cybrid units. And I don't know if Ixin can do anything here. He's just going to slowly lose units. Time for the walk of shame. Yeah. Now Jaywix expanding in the south as well. Jeez. Basically encompassing the entire map and leaving Ixin in this small portion. there goes Alpha. Jesus. Love to see this Megalith targeted down. Looks like that is what we're shooting at. We do have a second one out. And we have a push here. The Megalith is going to go down. Sorry for missing that. Had to answer a question. Or, not really a question, I guess. Megalith trying its best to thwart this push, but it's not going to be enough. That is a lot of UEF units. And the bombers come in now. And they're going straight for the commander. Jaywix seeks blood in the water. And the ACU is down in the yellow in one pass. We have Afterburner out. Add insult to injury. Structured Detta would be nasty here. Cicada coming out, but that looks like where all of our research went. Not a bad move. Gonna keep him alive for even longer and refrain me from casting any round 2 games. but yeah, I think it's pretty much game over here. The base is now halfway destroyed here for Ixin. Better see some field engineers. No, he went Afterburn instead. And the GG's thrown out. Ixin's done. And there we go. Jaywix takes it. 2-0. I will see you back with round 2.